Today's things that couldn't be done on the air focuses in on, yes, that one subject. We're talking sex. The dating website OkCupid has analyzed data from tens of thousands of users to try to answer two questions. 1, who's most likely to pleasure themselves? 2, who's most likely to pleasure you? And I have their answers. As for people who are likely to pleasure you, the characteristic that's connected most closely with being sexually generous is eating meat. No pun intended, but it was unavoidable. It's the opposite of what you might think, though. The study found that for male vegetarians, there's a 10-to-1 ratio of people who enjoy performing orally versus people who don't. And for guys that do eat meat, the ratio of people who enjoy performing orally versus people who don't is only 7-to-1. As for people, female vegetarians, the ratio for ladies who enjoy performing orally versus ladies who don't is 3-to-1. And for ladies who eat meat, the ratio of those who enjoy orally versus those who don't, only about 1 3/4 to 1. Translation, for those of you that aren't great in the math department, vegetarians are most likely to head downstairs. Now, as for people who are most likely to touch themselves, Twitter users. On Twitter, there's a 2-to-1 ratio of people who regularly have their way with themselves versus people who don't. For non-Twitter users, that's 1-to-1. And that does bring us into our next topic of conversation, which is, of course, self-love.
All we did was watch each other masturbate in the hot tub.
How the hell do you type with just one hand?
Because I'm having a great time doing it.
Spank it, smack it on the bing bong.
So this is gonna make me happy?
Together we are the masters of our sexual destiny.
Leave me alone.
Shoot it, stuff it, hang it on the wall.
Let's get 30 magazines. Yeah.
Yes, my master.
I think I wet my bed.
All right, you might have heard that the solo sex is good for your health. Makes your body release endorphins. That relieves stress. We know that. And a recent study showed it can also be used to treat restless leg syndrome, the neurological disorder where people feel an irresistible urge to avoid discomfort by moving their legs. But there's more fun facts about it. Men talk about it more than women do. According to a study from Penn State University, women talk about sex more than men do. But when it comes to the solo stuff, men are much more likely to talk about it with their friends, and they're more willing to share secrets about their technique. Not real men. Well, maybe college kids. Pleasuring yourself can actually cause acne. That's right. Your testosterone levels spike, and that can cause pimples. When it's a small amount of testosterone, or it doesn't cause breakouts for most people. It is possible to climax without being touched. Researchers at Rutgers University studied women who can get there just by thinking sexy thoughts. They used an MRI machine to make sure the women weren't faking, and their brains lit up the same spots as women who did it the regular way. And lots of other animals do it too. That's true. Scientists all over the world have observed animals pleasuring themselves in the wild, including monkeys, deer, squirrels. In fact, some types have even been seen using foreign objects. Well, those were female apes, to help the process along. And remember Ivuk the walrus in Coney Island? Yeah, he died when he was, 14 years old. But he will be sorely missed. I mean, his gripping performances, my goodness.
I was here for you to see a walrus spanking his monkey at Coney. My name is Ivuk. My name is Ivuk. The masturbating walrus. Cuckoo-ca-choo.
I mean, where else but Coney Island could you go to get that kind of entertainment? Maybe Tijuana, the donkey show.